Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. Tonight I want to share a gentle story for kids who are scared of doing things wrong. If your child ever says, "I don't want to make a mistake," this story is for them. Take a deep breath and listen. In a quiet classroom, on the corner of a wooden desk, there was a blue pencil case, and inside that pencil case lived a brand new yellow pencil named Pip. Pip's paint was smooth and shiny. His point was sharp. His red eraser had never touched paper. Pip liked to stand very straight in his slot and feel proud. He often told himself, "I'm the cleanest, sharpest pencil here. I've never done anything wrong," he thought. The other tools in the pencil case looked very different, and the blue pen had written so many homework pages that its ink was starting to fade. The green crayon had a flat side from coloring grass, trees, and dragons, and the old gray pencil had tiny bite marks along its body. Its eraser was worn down to a little pink bump. Pip sometimes stared at them and felt a bit superior. "They're scratched and chewed and used up," he thought. "I'm still perfect." The pencil case belonged to a boy named Leo. Leo loved writing little stories and drawing rockets and robots. Every morning the teacher said, "All right, everyone, take out your pencils," and the zipper opened and light rushed into the case. Pip's wooden heart started to beat faster. "Maybe today is my turn," he thought. But almost every day, Leo reached past Pip and grabbed the old gray pencil instead. Pip watched that chewed-up pencil scratch across the page. It wrote spelling words and homework answers. It drew tiny cartoons in the corners of Leo's notebook. Pip felt confused and a little hurt. Why does he use that pencil? He wondered. It's short and messy, and its eraser is almost gone. Can't he see how perfect I am? One morning, during writing time, the old pencil rolled off the desk. It hit the floor with a small crack. When Leo picked it up and tried to write, the line was pale and broken. The teacher walked by and saw the problem. She smiled and said, "Leo, I think it's time for a new pencil." She tapped the blue pencil case on his desk, and Leo opened the case and reached inside. This time his fingers wrapped around Pip. Pip felt himself being lifted into the air for the very first time. Excitement and fear rushed through his wooden body together. "Me?" he thought. "He finally picked me." Leo pressed Pip's sharp point onto a clean page, and Pip drew his very first line. It came out dark and smooth and strong. "Wow," Leo whispered. "This one feels good." He began a story about a robot who wanted to visit the moon. Pip helped him form every letter of every word, and as the page slowly filled, Pip felt useful and important. "I was made for this," he told himself. Then Leo's hand moved a little too fast. Instead of writing moon, he wrote menu. The strange word sat in the middle of the sentence like a rock, and Leo stopped writing and stared at the page. Pip froze too. A cold feeling spread from his point to his eraser. "Oh no," Pip thought. "We ruined it. The page isn't perfect anymore. Maybe Leo will put me away and never use me again." For a few seconds, Leo just looked at the mistake. Pip imagined being pushed back into the dark pencil case, sharp and clean but useless. Then Leo quietly said, "Oops." He did not slam the notebook shut. He did not throw Pip aside. Instead, he turned Pip upside down. Now, the red eraser, which had never done anything, touched the paper. Back and forth, Leo gently rubbed over the wrong word. Gray dust appeared, and the letters slowly faded. Little crumbs of rubber and graphite fell like tiny snowflakes. Soon the word menu was gone. In its place, there was a pale, empty patch. Leo blew the dust away. Then he turned Pip the right way up again. Carefully, he wrote moon in the clean space. The sentence looked right now. The story moved forward as if nothing terrible had happened. Pip was amazed by what he had just felt. "I always thought a mistake was the end," he whispered inside. But the eraser fixed it. "Maybe I wasn't made to stay perfect. Maybe I was made to help fix mistakes too." After that day, Leo used Pip for almost everything. They worked on spelling lists and math problems and secret notes. There were still plenty of mistakes on the pages. Letters were backwards, numbers were wrong, and lines went too far. Each time Leo simply turned Pip around and let the eraser do its soft, dusty work. Then Pip's point came back to try again, and slowly Pip's fear grew smaller than his curiosity. He began to notice something important. The pages with the most eraser marks also had the most writing. They were full of ideas and changes and second tries. They looked messy, but they were alive. At the back of the classroom cupboard there was a brand new notebook. Its cover was stiff and shiny, and every page inside was blank. Pip thought about that empty book and compared it with Leo's messy one. That notebook has no mistakes, he realized, but it doesn't have any stories either. One afternoon, the teacher announced drawing time. Leo decided to draw a whole city on the moon. The big circle for the moon came out a little wobbly. One rocket ship looked a bit like a banana, and some towers leaned to one side. Pip watched Leo erase a crooked line here and a wobbly window there. Little by little, the picture turned into a bright moon city full of lights and bridges. It still wasn't perfect, but it looked like a real place where an adventure could happen. That evening, when Leo put Pip back into the pencil case, Pip felt different. His paint had a few tiny scratches. His point was shorter. His eraser had a flat side from all the rubbing. He thought about all the pages they had filled together. "I've made lots of mistakes now," Pip said quietly to himself. "But I've also helped make lots of things that didn't exist before." Maybe being a little worn out is exactly what a good pencil is supposed to be. So if your child is afraid to write, or draw, or start something new because they don't want to mess up, you can tell them about Pip the pencil and remind them that blank pages might look perfect, but the pages with scribbles and smudges and crossed out words are the ones where you can see a kid being brave.